Hey guys, what's up? It's Laura Grace, and I literally cannot do that. I tried doing my intro like every other YouTuber and say my name, but I cannot do that. So I'm sorry. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Laura, and today I'm telling you guys a story. Not just any story though, about how I almost got kidnapped. Yeah, this is gonna be honestly like such a chill video. Yeah, lay down, get in your bed, get a quick snack. Oh, this is gonna be a long story. Yeah. Before we start this video, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below because we are almost at 60,000 subscribers, which is that's pretty cool. And also make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because I know you are hesitating right now. Like, should I give this video a thumbs up? Like, I don't really know if I like her yet. I'm telling you yes, so do it. Also, one more thing. I know there are gonna be people commenting like, oh my god, you're such an over-exaggerator. You did not get kidnapped. Blah, blah, blah. I did not get kidnapped. I almost got kidnapped, and this is a true story. It's true. This really happened to me pretty recently, and it was the scariest moment of my entire life. So if you would like to hear that, just keep on watching. So to start this story off, this happened back in August. So this happened August 13th, the day before I started school. So at this time, my video about my eating disorder had just come out, and I remember this because like they were like debating like if I should still be able to like work out still, and I really still wanted to be able to work out, and I was like really into working out at that point in my life. At that point in my life, it was like literally 2 months ago. But anyways, so I was really into working out, and basically I got limited to stuff I could do. So I stopped like doing like blog lotties, that type of thing, and I would just go for like nightly walks. And I did this like around 6 or 7 usually. In August it was really hot in California, so like I like to go and like when it cooled down. So where I'd go and walk it, there's like a little track at a park like up the street from my house, and usually I go over there. This particular night that I decided to go, I went around 8 o'clock because I don't know, like I don't know, I just went later than I usually do. And throughout the story you're just gonna be like, stupid choice, stupid choice, stupid. I made a lot of stupid choices this night. So first of all, my first stupid decision, go later than I usually do. Yeah, so I'm walking up to the park and I decided, hey, why not take a back way to go to the park? Like a little, it wasn't even a shortcut, but it was just like a back way through like, not really out in the open, I guess. That's the best I could describe it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go this way. So I start going the back way, and just note, nobody's over here. There are like houses over here, but it's just, there's nobody like around. That's also a very stupid decision. Yeah, so I'm just minding my own business, casually walking, and the park's over here, I'm about over here, so it, like you could see the park from where I was at. It wasn't too far away, and all of a sudden I hear like a car behind me, like just like a car driving behind me, and I didn't really think anything of it. And usually I'm really OCD when it comes to cars because I feel like they're following me always, but for some reason like I wasn't OCD about this car, and I just thought like it was eventually gonna pass me. I didn't think it was following me or anything. No. So I still hear this car, and it didn't sound like a regular car, like it sounded like a beat up kind of car, like not very up to date, if you know what I mean. And so finally I'm like, why is this car taking so long to pass me? As I turn the corner, the car drives up to me. So I don't even know how to describe this car. Like I'll insert a picture like somewhere over here of what it looked like. It was an older car. I remember it was like gold, and it was just like not the cutest car. So anyways, I'm just like, this car is driving up to me. Okay, what do I do? Anyways, so this car there's a bug. Car like drives up to me, and I stop, and it also stops. I was crossing the street at this point, but there was no cars around. It was like in a residential area, so like it wasn't a busy street or anything. All the windows are rolled down, just note this. Like it was weird. There is this guy, like literally the most creepiest guy you could think of. Like something was not mentally there, you could tell. Like he didn't look like an average everyday dude. Like he was scary. He was so scary looking. This guy was probably in his late 30s. He was a white guy, kind of scrawny looking, but he just, something was like off about him, you could tell. So anyways, we both stop, he's in his car, and his car is like this to me, like it is super close, like he could literally grab me at this point. Like at first I thought maybe he was trying to hit on me or something, because that's like happened very many times when I'm walking, like, and I was just like, oh god, like yeah. Just like the way he carried himself, like I could tell he wasn't trying to like just like get at me or anything. Like he was like, I could tell he wanted to take me. And I know you were thinking right now, like, this girl is so over exaggerating, like that wasn't even scary. Like no, like literally these, like, oh my god, it's so scary. The guy pulled up to me and he just says the creepiest hi, and I'm just like, oh crap. And I'm just like, hi, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm just walking. And he goes, oh, you're walking. You know what I'm doing? And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just driving around, because I like driving around. And I'm just like, oh, cool. Okay, just know I'm terrified. Like I was really terrified because he was so close to grabbing me, and I didn't want to like try to like back. There's the bug again. The bug is back. I didn't want to be like I can't even describe it. Like I don't want to like make it seem like I was scared or anything, even though I was terrified. But yeah, but like you guys are probably thinking like this is just like an average dude, but no, he like everything about him was terrifying. And I can tell like his intention was to like kidnap me. Like literally his intention was to take me. I was trying to stay calm and everything. I could tell he had a temper, and I was just trying to be as nice as possible to this guy, because I didn't want him to flip and take, like literally grab me. I didn't know like if he had anything in the car or anything, so I was just trying to be like as calm, as nice as possible to this dude. Just telling me that he likes driving around. I'm just like, oh, that's cool. So then I'm like trying to be friendly, and I'm like, oh, how's your night going? And he goes, it's going great. How about yours? And I was like, oh, it's good. Then he goes, what's your name? And I was like, what do I say? In my mind, I'm like, think of a different name. Like, don't say your name. I could literally, like, I froze. Like, I literally couldn't think of anything, and I was like, Laura. Oh, that's such a nice name. And I'm just like, yeah, thanks. Like, so you're just walking? And I'm like, yeah. And I wasn't like, I could have been in a way worse situation where like I wasn't too in like public, but thankfully like only not that far was the park, so like if he was trying to take me, like at least I think someone would have saw. So I start walking, and he starts driving like next to me as I'm walking, because I'm trying to like, you know, get in public over here just in case he tries to do something. And after he says he likes my name, he goes, can I walk with you? So I'm a very nice person. I try to be nice to everyone, and I just was like, say no. Like I wanted to be nice. So I said as politely as possible, no. I told him, I was like, oh no, I want to walk by myself. And he's like, okay. And there's just like an awkward silence. Like, so I start walking, and I'm like, okay, have a good night. And he's like, kind of like, I can kind of tell that was like, no, like we're not ending this conversation. And he's just like, have a good night. And like he was still there. So I start walking away, and he drives off, but really he was like, there was nowhere to drive off to. Like he just kind of made a turn. So after this, I like was kind of freaking out, and I was like, oh my god, like this guy could have kidnapped me or something. You guys, this is not the worst part. If you're like, this girl did not get kidnapped, there is way more to the story. So I was just like, what do I do? Do I go home? Do I call? Like, what do I do? Like, I didn't think it was serious enough to call 911, but like, I was like, what do I do? I really wanted to just finish my workout and get it over with. So I was like, you know what? It wasn't that big of a deal. I'm just gonna go to the park, walk my couple laps, burn some calories, you know, and I'll be done. That was not the case, guys. So as I'm starting to walk to get to the park, I was like, you know, I'm gonna Snapchat this, tell that I almost got kidnapped or something. So I'm starting to go on my Snapchat, and then all of a sudden, like I couldn't Snapchat. Like I got so emotional, and like I kind of just hit me what just happened. Like, was someone trying to like kidnap me? Like, and I always would make jokes about kidnapping to my friends, like, oh my god, I almost got kidnapped. Oh my god, this almost happened. Oh my god, like, but this was like for real. like it just kind of hit me like, what? I started getting really emotional, and I had just been FaceTiming one of my friends prior to this, like, oh, I'll call you later, I'm going to the park. So I just decided to FaceTime him and be like, dude, I just almost got kidnapped. And so I call him and he answers, and I just start crying, started crying. And he's like, Laura, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I was like, I almost just got kidnapped. I almost just got kidnapped. And he's like, wait, what? Like, no, you didn't. I was like, I just almost got kidnapped. And he's like, Laura, go home. And I was like, no, you know, I'm fine. He's like, no, Laura, you need to go home. Like, go home. And I was like, no, I just want to finish my workout. I look behind me. The guy is back. He is back. This time, he parks his car. And it wasn't even somewhere where you could park, just literally like in the middle of the street. He jumps out of his car, starts walking up to me, and I freaked out. Like, literally, I just freaked out. And he's like, this is from like almost a movie. It almost seems like I'm on the phone with my friend, the kidnapper's walking towards me, and I start like bawling, crying. And then so my friend's like, what's wrong? And I was like, he's out of his car, and he just got out, he's walking up to me, and he's like, Laura, run, like run. And like, I didn't want to run, like I don't know. I know so many people are like gonna be like, oh my god, why didn't you run, you know? But like, I didn't think, like, I don't know, like, I really don't even know what, like, some of the choices I made. But he's like, Laura, you need to go, you need to go. So I'm like, no, he's not trying, like, he's not gonna try to grab me or anything. Wait for it. So this guy didn't know that I was on my phone. I don't even think he saw that I had a phone on me, but he starts walking up to me and just like smiling. It almost reminded me, like, his personality reminded me of the guy from The Lovely Bones. Have you guys seen that movie, like the kidnapper? Like, that's like how his personality was. He didn't really look like him, but it was the personality there. And he's just like giving me the creepiest smile and just like, come here, come here. And I was just like, no, I'm not going up to you. Like, and I was like, no. And he's like, right here, I'm right here. And I'm just like, no. And he's just like, yeah, come here. And I'm like, no. And he could kind of tell that I was crying, and I don't know what that did for him, but he just seemed like happy. But I don't know. He starts walking up to me as I'm walking away, and I start kind of like speed walking, and he just kind of didn't really want to chase me, I guess, and he just stops and stands at the corner and is just smiling at me and telling me to come here. He's like, come on, we're going for a walk. We're going for a walk now. And I'm like, and I'm just like, no, we're not going for, like, I'm crying. So I'm like, no, we're not going for a walk. No, we're not going for a walk. He's like, we're going for a walk. And I was like, the temper's coming. This guy is walking up to me. I'm still FaceTiming my friend. My friend is freaking out. He didn't know what to do. He's just like, what the, like, Laura's crying. There's a man yelling at her. Like, what do I do? Walks up to me, tries to get me, tries to grab me. He's like, we're going for a walk. We're going for a walk. We're going for a walk. I'm like, no, we're not going for a walk. And at this point, people were like we were kind of making a scene. Like, people were kind of like, what the heck is happening here? And then he kind of noticed that, I think, and saw I had a phone and kind of was like, oh, no. Like, yeah. He stopped yelling at me and stopped trying to, you know, get me. And he just was standing at the corner. And he was just watching me where I was going. And I was like, what the heck do I do? Because literally where I go home at, he could have easily seen where I go, like the way that I go home. He could have easily seen that and followed that. It's not that hard. It's not that far from the park. But if I stay at the park, like, what, like, it was such a bad situation at this point, and I was like, I need to call 911. Like, what do I do? But I knew if I called 911, they were gonna be like, go to the nearest house or go to, like, but like, I didn't necessarily want to. Like, it was said, like, or go to the nearest adult and be like, this man trying to attack me. Like half the people at that park did not speak English, so I was like this can go really bad. So I was like, I'm like, do I call 911? Do I call 911? He's like, just go home, Laura. I'm like, I can't go home because this man is watching me. He's like literally staring at me. Like, if I go this way, he's gonna go this way. If I go this way, he's gonna go this way. So I decided to stay at the park and walk a lap and just wait till he leaves, basically. And I know you guys are thinking like, why didn't you call 911, girl? Just hear me out, guys. So I just decided to follow through with my one lap, and I was going to go home. The park's not that big, like, yeah. And he got really impatient, I think, and finally he just got in his car and drove away. After I finished my one lap, I ran as fast as I could home. like literally crying, running home. Like I was just full speed going home. Go home and my mom was like, why are you back so early? And she saw that I was crying. She's like, what's wrong? And like my sister was there, and basically like I explained, I was like, I just almost got kidnapped. And they're like, what happened? So I explained, and my mom was like, my mom works for law enforcement. If you guys didn't know, she's not a police officer, but she works at the police department. So right away, like she knows about kidnapping and all that stuff. So right away she's like, we are gonna find this guy. Like, come on, we're going in the car, we're gonna go look for this guy. I'm like, no, we're not gonna go do that, no, we're not. So we go in the car. We were in the car for around like 30 minutes looking for this guy. But as we were leaving, my friend Ariana was coming over, and she's like, what the heck? And I was like telling her what happened, and we're looking for this guy. And basically like it all happened so quickly. Like, I always said if I was gonna get kidnapped, like if someone was gonna try to kidnap me, I was gonna get their license plate, I was gonna get their description perfectly, I was gonna get their car perfectly, but that was not the case at all. Like, literally, that is not the case at all. Like, I didn't remember anything, and like, literally his description was like getting out of my mind. His car, like I was forgetting everything, and like, I was like, I felt so bad, and I was like, what the heck? And previously there had been like other reports, I think, of like this one guy, I guess, trying to kidnap girls in our area, and I was like what if that was him? Yeah, that was my story of me almost getting kidnapped. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Yes, I know you guys are probably thinking that's not a big deal, but it was literally the scariest moment of my entire life. If you guys want more story time videos, make sure to comment down below. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, girls, go.